Hi everybody, Ron here, the Polish Pickle. Listen, gonna do a little change up this time. I don't know if you've seen a few of my previous videos, but I'm into geocaching. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. I finally put 2 caches out there hidden for people to find. They're right here in Berks County, Pennsylvania. I'm really enjoying myself, and what I wanted to do today, because I haven't hiked them, we're 5 days from Christmas, is show you what I carry with me when I go geocaching to find caches that others have hidden. Now, geocache is a worldwide treasure hunt game. People hide things in places you wouldn't believe. Guardrails, trees, rocks. And they put the coordinates, the latitude and the longitude, on a site called geocaching. Now, I have that on my phone, plus I also have CGO, and you spell it just like you hear it, C, semicolon, G-E-O, CGO. And it is a mobile device. It's an app you get on your phone that will take you right to the approximate location of the hide. And there's a lot of videos out there about it. Shows you how to do it, shows you what to do. And I got into this in March of this year. In fact, I got into it on Pi Day. That's 3.14.15, etc., etc., etc. And all I had to do was do it one time, and I was hung. Something to do. I use about an hour every morning after breakfast to get out there and hunt for a cache. Now, there are 2,600 caches in Berks County. I stand corrected, in Pennsylvania alone. And across the world, there's 2,600,000 or so. Probably a little higher by now. It changes daily, where people archive them. That means they take them out and close down the hide, and people adding them like I just did in the last 2 weeks. So it's something to do, especially for the old retired people. A lot of military involved in this because you're using latitude and longitude. And approximately where we are in Berks County, Pennsylvania, they give you the minutes, the degrees, the minutes, and the seconds. The seconds here in Berks County, I've been told, are within 12 feet of the hide. Now, those that play games take their reading in the middle of the street, so the hide could be on either side, but we all know that majority of the streets by law in Pennsylvania are 16 foot wide. So that's off a little bit. 99% of the hides are within 2 feet of where they actually hide the cache. In my case, it's a lot of fun. Now, if you hear all that noise in the background, I'm doing the laundry right now. I've got my complete week's worth of wash in the washer and the dryer. So if it bugs you, sorry, but I got to get it done. I decided to do this while I was waiting. Now, I carry a butt sack with me. It's in the truck at all times. I have not only my phone to use, and I'll show you that a little later, but I also have my GPS unit to use, which I have showed you before, where I take hikes out at Blue Marsh, and I allow that to be my pedometer. Lets me know exactly how far I walked, and I get it recorded on Garmin Basecamp, so I know how far I've walked. But let's get around to showing you my butt sack that I carry my gear in and what type of gear I carry. I don't have any hides to show you right. Well, I do. I have one, and I'll show you that one. So let me get started on this, and I hope I might be able to get a few more people into it. Stand by. Okay, let's start with the butt sack that I carry. There's the name. 2 packs in it. Lots of room. I carry a few small things with it. On this side here, I've got a key to a camera I have set out. It's a trail camera, and it is right now checking to see if somebody's messing around with the geocaches. They're called geokillers. We don't like them. They go find our hides and they destroy them or they get rid of them. So this is what I carry all my gear in. That's in my truck at all times. Let's go through part of what I carry. Gotta have a pen. This is the pen I've used since March of this year, March 2015, Pi Day. I've recorded all my stuff. It's a blue ink, so it stands out from all those other ones that are using black or red or green or purple. But I like my blue ink. It came from a bank. I can't show you which bank, but that's the one that I use. Always carry extras. So I carry a few extras. I got 4 of them. I think there's 2 black and 2 blue here, but that's my pens that I carry. They stay in the sack at all times. You gotta have tools. Some of these hides are only that big. They're very, very tiny. This unscrews, and inside they usually put a tiny little roll of paper, which is the log. So when you find it, you got to get it out, you got to record your name and the date, and then you put it back where you found it. In order to get the logbook out of there, you have to have something like this. Now I have a regular pair of tweezers. This came from the hospital, so they have little tiny grabbers on the end. And I have 2 forceps, one with a long thin and one with a short stubby head. I carry extra logs with me in case I get to a hide and it's full. I just save the cache owner, and that's what they're called, cache owner. I just save them some time of having to go out and put another log in. Inside one of our Ziploc bags. Now that's the size of them, and I got about 25 in there because these things get destroyed after a while. They do sit out in the weather all year. There are some caches in Berks County that I've seen were out there since 2004. So I help the cache owner. I replace the bag when it's ripped or torn. Another tool, little screwdriver. This one here happens to be Phillips or flat tip, but it's just a little one. Of course, I'm never without my multi-tool. And in the back, of course, you know, it's got all the different tools inside it. Continuing, flat tip screwdriver, can opener, bottle opener, and that little magnet is what's left of one of the geocaches that was destroyed. I found this on a guardrail. I have reported it to the owner. I carry 2 books with me. This one here is a regular notebook in case I want to leave a note. This one is your weatherproof military type notebook. Now, on here, I have recorded my 2 hides. But if you can see, this is set up pretty nice. If I have to record coordinates, that they'll each fit in their own little squares to keep it looking good and readable. This is a waterproof paper, so I can write on it when I'm out in the rain. I hang on to this. First of all, if you can see the little half moons or yin yang, so they call them, I'm hanging on to this because my son had one of these on his shoulder. Of course, he's deceased now, but I will hang on to this forever because it reminds me of him. That was in one of the caches. You also get tiny little toys like this. It's a little compass. And what I did was grab this one. Oh yeah, it works. It does work. I took it from one. When I find another one, I'll put it back in so somebody else can carry it. Never hurts to have Band-Aid. Band-Aids are something where you get a thorn or you get a little cut just to cover it up till you get out of the woods. I also had some hand lotion in there, but it somehow got opened up inside my cache and got everything wet, so I had to get rid of that. But here is a magnetic hide-a-key that the people usually use on their vehicles. Well, this is what we use also to hide on a lot of guardrails throughout the county. They're nice because you can put them up under the guardrail, and that keeps the paper dry when it rains. So the people will get this, they'll take out the log, they'll sign it, and they'll put it back. My GPS unit, of course, I'm sure you've all seen this up on the Appalachian Trail and all my other videos. I use this a lot. The reason I still take this even with my phone, and I'll show you the caches here in a second, is that this works by satellite only. This does not go through the phone system. This only works by the satellite. So when my phone won't reach an antenna, and I do use the GPS on my phone, but there are times when you just can't get a good signal and the signal jumps all over the place because you're sitting on some sort of magnetic rock or you're too close to the guardrails. This will still get a satellite signal, and you put the coordinates in here, it'll still take you to the same place. Toys that are found in some of these caches, yeah, they do put some money in some of them, and I'll switch them to another one. A little magnet, looks like a Nike type thing. A little tiny shell. Now, somebody put this in there, so I'm just going to continue passing this shell along. To me, the most fun part of this thing are things called, I hope you can read it, travel bug. A travel bug will have a number on it. Now, these travel bugs start all over the world, and it's exactly what they do. They travel. And what you do is you pick up one of these, you get on computer, you say where you got it, from which cache, and record it. And if they say on the computer, on the internet site, that they wanted to travel to Maine, well, then you try to put it into a geocache that is heading northbound. I know you can't tell, but I just dropped one off down by the Pennsylvania Turnpike, which is east-west. The last one I dropped off actually was from Alabama, and it's going to head north, and then he hopes to have it turn around and go back. He is tracking his own travel bug, and of course, the people that do this will too. Attached to this travel bug is a Special Olympics gold medal. It's just something that people attach to it. This one is known as a cache buddy. This is also recorded, has a number, it's right there at the bottom. It's called the Headless Horseman. Now, this has a little charm attached to it with little tiny things inside. It's just a little toy. But this will go also into a cache, and I hope it's going to go near the Appalachian Trail when I go up there in January. Before I sign off, I wanted to show you something else that they trade around with the geocachers, and these are known as path tags. Now, this one here I got from Twinkle Kit Kat. That's her, I stand corrected, AJBG, that's hers. Twinkle Kit Kats is right here. You can order them online. I know it's kind of hard to see because of the light. Sorry. Sorry, Twinkle. I hope you can see that. But these you keep. These are also registered, and they're called path tags. You can find these also inside the geocaches, and these are souvenirs that you can hang on to. The last thing I wanted to say before I end this is these still pictures I have on here are in no way trying to give away any locations or how this stuff is set up out there. It's just to give you an idea of the different sizes. Now, the one that I showed you previous is more in the size of a nano. They even have smaller ones. They have them the size of a bullet, about a .45 caliber bullet, that are magnetic. They stick, and the log is only about a 1/4 inch wide. They go as large as big Tupperware boxes. They go as large as Army ammo cans, and I'm going to put them in the film, and I explain a little bit about the geocaching when you see them. Okay, that's it. I have a trail cam set up by one of my caches, trying to catch these guys, like I said, called geo killers. And if I do, we'll see what can be done about it. But I bought a trail cam viewer. Very happy with it. It's caused me a few problems here and there, but on the side, runs by 2 AA batteries. On the side, it has a place where you put the card. You can also hook it up to your TV or to your computer, straight to your computer, to read the card. I have been, and I will be using this to check out my trail cam near my geocache that is hidden. And the first time I set it out there, I actually made a mistake and had it facing toward the road. In a 24-hour period on a back road here in Berks County, 644 cars caused my camera to trip off. So I had to change it. So the next night I aimed it away from the road where the cars wouldn't affect it, and I had 4 female deer walk through my camera. It was pretty, it was neat. I thought it was okay. So I had to re-aim it on one of my caches. Now, to show you what the phone does on a geocache, right here is the geocache. It'll bring up a map of my area. There we go. Now, that map, of course, as you can see, has all these little green and yellow and white dots and little blue marks. Well, those are all the caches in this area. Now, I'm talking about Justice County. You can see how many there are. So you can imagine what it's like all over the world. But you click on one of these, and I'll give you one that I found already. It's called Down by the Roadside, and you can see right on there, you want more details. When it brings up more details, there's your coordinates, and you follow those coordinates by using either the map or a radar. Now, this is an app that you can download. It's free. That will clue itself in right on the radar, and it tells you how far it is. It tells you the name of it, and it gives you the coordinates down below, and it gives you your coordinates. Also gives you an error of how many feet off it could be. The closer you get, the closer the error is going to be also. But as you can see right here, the error is 46 feet, and the distance from my house is 1 mile, 0.69. So 1 3/4 miles to get to this cache. Well, I wouldn't walk it unless I'm out in the woods to go to that cache, and the closer you get, the closer that green dot is going to appear to the center of that compass setting. But that's how we do geocaching. That's the fun part. All of this stuff goes into my butt bag. I carry it with me, and gives me something to do. It's a lot of fun. Now, of course, you know I hike on the App Trail. Of course, you know I fish. So I guess you could say this is my third hobby. All right. That's it. Stay strong, patient, and trust your journey. I hope the sound wasn't too bad, but check out geocaching on the computer. It's a lot of fun. Okay, folks, see you later. Merry Christmas.